Yes.
Yes? Okay, let me find the link to it. Okay, I guess you can do it. I'll play it. Get ready.
I do not condone any harassment or any hateful speech towards Purple, and all comments like that will be deleted, and you will be blocked from commenting. Do not send hate at Purple or anyone else mentioned here in any way, whether it's here on Discord, Roblox, etc. I am not trying to revive the fight or compromise. Please do not do any of that. I merely want to explain in detail what happened and why, from the perspective of Galaxy developer Sean Morabito. This is the truth behind the Galaxy Civil War that happened on 8/25, 2018, or 25 of 2018. I am putting this on the wiki so you guys know the truth about what happened, so I don't get depressed and so ugly girl, Master Girl, Tennis Jake, Minister Kappa, Vicari, Destroyer 878, Dark Blaze NBA 30, and Mystery Flag are all remembered for the services they did for our court to help Galaxy in the field of battle. Please note that this was not a rebellion like what Purple said it was. we only planned on speaking to our court about her. That's all we planned, speaking to our state. Around 1 week previously to this day, I, Sean Morabito, started taking to some of the field of battle staff on the field of battle Discord server. They called me over to meta user who was raiding the server and said I was one of the only people who had banned and take permission. I banned said the raider and asked the staff why they did not. They're pervs. I also had to fix a bunch of channels that were broken because people couldn't talk because, once again, the field of battle staff didn't have permission. They're just getting somewhere, I promise. They told me that Purple had removed their permission for no reason. So I said in the main chat that removing the perms is really stupid, and I would DM Purple about this because what's the point in staff if they cannot do their job? Now, to me, that is a pretty harmless method. Around an hour after I said, I noticed my worker role, which was the staff role, on the field of battle Discord was gone. I asked Purple why and didn't get a solid response for quite a while since she kept trying to change the subject. Purple even moved it into the Galaxy Discord staff chat. Finally, not in her own words, but what she said, I was told that I was removed for no reason. She had also told the FOB staff that I was busy with RL, and that was why my role was removed. But this was a lie. I went on to say that I only ever walked in the help and so on. I started talking more with the field of battle staff and learned that they had similar problems going on with Purple there. They told me that if you spoke your opinion, you would get removed from the staff. On that server, she had all the power to herself, except the FOB admin director. When I talked to the field of battle staff again, they told me I was removed for speaking out against Purple. You even call that speaking out, LOL. Also appreciated as laughing out loud. I asked if I could get my staff roles back, but was promptly rejected. Princess, the FOB admin director, said that Purple and her could handle the server on their own. If that was the case, why did the FOB admins ask for my help? LOL, question mark. The field of battle staff then sent me pictures of a lie Purple had coded the entire field of battle staff team. I quote, guys, Sean has been put to helping out on an emergency basis. He's very busy in IRL and with Galaxy, so don't ping him or DM him asking for server support. Just spoke with him and just don't ping or DM or mention him. He was even received role requests from players, meaning that I asked for the player's role. Laughing out loud. Now, this was a total lie, and it just made me enraged to see her do this to me when all I wanted to do was help out. She did this to me for no reason. This is the spark for me studying this group and to bring us all together. This wasn't the only reason we tried to talk to our court, however. Oh no, there were many, many more.
That was beautiful. What